Hello, Gil.
What's going on, Jeff? Happy to be with you.
Yeah. So, Gil, you are like my mastermind soul brother. So you like to do masterminds. And tell us, what is your business today?
So we have a number of different businesses that are very much connected to import-export of people. My main business exports Russian-speaking people from different countries in their homes into educational events around the world. We basically look for the best events in the world where you have awesome speakers, you have awesome content, you have great network, and we bring thousands of people there. For example, Tony Robbins or Jay Abraham, Eckhart Tolle. I've signed exclusivity with the top 10 speakers in the world. And the other business, because of this business, became about importing speakers. People said to me, Gil, I'd love to have Tony Robbins in Russia. And I was like, hey, $1 million. But we started bringing in speakers that are not necessarily so high, but $5,000, $20,000 speaker, $100,000 speakers, and we bring them regularly, like 5 to 10 every single week.
And you do also organize events on your own, like masterminds.
Sure. So myself personally, because of this involvement with this audience, we built a massive community of about 50,000 active members in our community that are mostly active offline, but some online activities as well. I've grown as a speaker. I've grown as an event manager. We've organized over 1,000 events over the last 10 years with my wife. And now we're doing a lot more retreats. We do mastermind events. We do really high-level dinners. And it's easier to support other people's events because we found some techniques and blueprints how people can connect in a deeper way faster.
So can you explain to the people that don't really know about masterminds, what is the benefit of doing masterminds? What it is?
So, one of my key mastermind programs is called Collective Genius Mastermind because collectively we are always so much better than individual. The individual ego always says, yes, I know what to do, yes, I can do it. But actually, no, we don't know what to do, and no, we cannot do it on our own, because if we look at everything we've achieved in life, it's usually been with the inspiration, with the help, with some of the guidance of another human being. It was a book, it was a video, it was a parent, it was someone doing something that made us take this next step. So what I've understood is I've been able to kind of, decode how people socialize. Now, I've decoded it for myself. I needed to learn how to step out of my shell and how to connect with people. I've written books about networking, and masterminding is a deeper way of networking with people. So that basically, if you have a group of people together in a room and they're all needing help in something, what I've learned is that if you have 10 minutes to go shopping and you run into a supermarket and you have to feed a lot of different people around you. You have a lot of solutions that you need to create. And you go out there and you buy this and that and that and that. And then you come home and you have to think about what to do. Some people, and that's planning exactly what is the recipe I want, and that's good. You can plan. 10 minutes is a lot of time in a supermarket. Some people would go in and would just, I have 10 minutes, okay, quickly this and this and this and this and this and this, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to make at home. In a mastermind, when you bring the genius minds together, these people around you in that period of time are helping you to plan. They're helping you to make that list so that when you stand up and go home, suddenly you have an action plan. And it's not always about answers, it's about insights, it's about guidance, it's about new connections, it's about introductions. It could be even a case. Hey, I just did what you're trying to do. Let me share with you what steps I've taken.
So a lot of people comes to me and say, hey Jeff, where I can find a good mastermind for me? So do you have any advice to find what is the evaluation of the different masterminds?
Sure. So I think it's a really awesome question. I get this all the time. So first of all, our company is currently in the final stages of launching a global database of masterminds in the world, and I look forward to launching yours because his is really one of the greatest mastermind I've heard about. I've been to his masterminds, awesome facilitator. But what I think they should do if they're a local person, first of all, go on social media and check what masterminds are out there. Second step, decide who's leading the mastermind and do I like them just this much. A mastermind leader does not need to be the greatest person in the world that will have all the answers. It's about, are they a pretty cool person who will know how to attract other people to this mastermind? Don't overthink and overlook at who's in the mastermind, what's included, what's in the program, what am I going to get out of it? Because then you're messing yourself up to not making a decision. If the price of the mastermind is worth an investment, basically, in my opinion, the price of a good mastermind, like a price of a coach, is an average salary of a person for 3 months. If you made this salary for 3 months, that is an investment for a 1-year mastermind. I believe that's good thing. The same thing as a coach. If you want a good coach, what you make in 3 months, that's an investment into a good coach. It's worth because you want to go to a higher level. And I think then you should just show up at an event if possible. Like just show up. Ask if they could show up one time. 2, speak to 2, 3 people that have gone there. And don't ask, was it the best event in the world? But ask, did you get value for your time and your money? Simple question. And then let's make a decision. Don't wait a year to make a decision. Give yourself a deadline and say by February 1st, by March 1st, I'm joining a mastermind. I will give myself a gift of life and I will join it for 3 months, 6 months, maybe yours is 1 year. You will commit and join. If you're not happy, you can always speak to the organizers and they will in most cases give you your money back. But I've never had one person that was unhappy. Usually people tell me that they get the full year's value in the first 1 month.
Yeah, it's very powerful. And can you just give us like small advices or quick advices for improving networking into events? Because you know sometimes people go to events but they're like a bit shy and they don't get the value of the crowd. So how do you get the most value from the crowd when you're...
So I love this question. You know, every time I kind of think about the answer, I'm thinking, do I have a better answer? The first, and there isn't really a better answer, it's a few simple steps to do. Number 1, it's go to events more often. Don't go to one event every 3 months. It's like you want to lose weight, you go to the gym 1 time a year, not going to help. Go to the gym or go to the events more often. Number 2, do a little bit of audit and research about the event before you go there. Who's the organizers? Who's showing up? Who's the speakers? You know, and because then you are knowledgeable on what's going on at the event. It makes it easier to talk to people. And when you do research, you can also walk up to the organizer and say, hey, thank you for organizing. By the way, I'm currently looking to join a company or I'm currently looking to hire a marketing director. I have a really cool startup. We're looking to raise money. Maybe you know someone. If you've done your research and the organizer is a good person, in most cases, they'll connect you with a couple of people, which I love. So choosing to go to events, doing your research before the event is key. Once you're at the event, I believe there's a few simple rules. 1, stay off your phone. If you're at the event, keep your eyes at people, not your eyes down because you're disconnecting. Number 2, don't always be standing by the bar. Walk around the event and walk slowly. Look at people, smile at people. And the trick for that is to think complimenting a people. Looking around the room and saying beautiful things about people in your head. Actually consider, that's a good-looking person, that's a beautiful shirt. Wow, that looks like a very friendly person. Just in your head. That would make it a lot easier for you to connect with people. And once you connect with people, ask more questions than speaking. As in, don't just talk about yourself, and if you're catching yourself talking too much, switch around and say something like, but I'd love to know about you. But what made you show up at this event? Or what motivates you to do your job? Or what inspired you to set up this business? Talk about them as much as possible because they will actually want to connect with you further. And the best thing is, if you've connected with someone and you had a good bond, don't leave them unless you've exchanged information. So many people saying, oh, maybe I'll see you later or I'll see you at the next event. No! Let me get your number. Let me get your information. Don't just give them your business card because in most cases they won't know what to do. You take charge. You be the hero for them. Ask for their number and as soon as you get home, send them a message. Great meeting you, nice connecting with you, good talking to you. And then it's up to you to invite them for the next event or see them again.
Yeah, I like the question about the big why, you know, because it goes very deep super fast. So this is kind of another advice I can give you. And I want to finish this interview with, I think something that a lot of people suck about is at the end of your talk today, you were thinking follow-up. What is like a good follow-up with people? Because you can make a lot of contacts and collect a lot of cards, but if you don't follow up, you won't have results. So can you tell us a bit more about that?
The art of following up is a massive chapter in my book, which is called The New Code of Networking. It's not yet in France. I promise to get it to you. The idea of following up is, first of all, it's a mindset. It's not even a skill set. It doesn't really matter what you write. It's doing it. Doing it, just saying, hi, nice to meet you today, is a huge step forward. And don't just send an email. You could send an email and a WhatsApp and a Facebook message. Connect with them because you don't know their preferred mode of communication. When I met someone, for example, like Steven Seagal, I meet celebrities all the time, and I connect with him, we had an amazing conversation. I sent him 3 emails, he never responded. I sent him a WhatsApp message, he responded right away. So I understood that he's not an email guy like me, I'm also not an email guy. So sending them a follow-up anywhere is nice. Now I believe sending an email or sending any kind of follow-up, it's never too late, even if it's a month later, even if it's a year later.
Yeah, if you had a good connection.
The idea is to say, it was great connecting with you, I found our conversation useful, so say thank you, show them value. I'd love to talk to you again. Maybe I'd like to invite you to this other event that's happening. You don't always have to meet one-on-one, which is a mistake that people do. They don't have time. You can invite them for a gathering. Hey, I'm meeting up with some other industry experts for lunch next week. Maybe you want to join us, so you're meeting them in public. It's easier. I'd love to hear more about some of your goals and some of what you're trying to do this year. Maybe there's something I can help you. So you don't have to meet this person right away. You could stay connected for a very long time with voice messages, with understanding what they want, what they're doing. I just sent over 1,000 messages over the last few weeks since the beginning of the year to many, many people, asking them all very simple. Question, what's new and exciting and what are you planning for 2020? Easy, nice, like, hey John, it's been a while since we connected. I'm here with my family for the next couple of weeks. Super excited about all the projects we're working with Tony and all blah, 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 blah. I'd love to hear what's new and exciting with you and what sort of plans do you have for 2020. Maybe we can find a way to support each other or even meet in the near future. Done. I'm not promising I'll meet them. I'm not promising any business. I just want to see if maybe that person that used to be close to me, maybe will be close to me once again in the future.
Okay, so tomorrow you do like an event. Can you just talk a bit about what you do tomorrow?
So tomorrow is going to be a collective genius mastermind where we have different groups of people. We have local Indonesian entrepreneurs as well as royal family. I actually connected with people in the royal family, the king himself, and they are inviting. We're not putting them on one table. We're splitting them up in many, many tables.
Cool.
We have about 40 investors that are showing up, 30 currently plus investors that are showing up. These are investors who are new, they're not locals, but they're international people who are either new, who want to do something here in Bali. We have a lot of entrepreneurs and freelancers who are coming in. The idea of tomorrow is one, to give the actual blueprint of a mastermind itself so that they can use it at home. And number two is to allow people to connect in 5 different mastermind tables with people where they can ask for help, they can ask for clarity, they can ask for connections, and they can feel themselves more valuable for everyone else.
Yeah, seems amazing. I think we'll enjoy that a lot. Thank you for
Maybe you're going to come to my next one.
Yeah, come next year and seeing you in Bali and do Mastermind with Gil, or maybe in Tony Robbins. If you want to go to Tony Robbins, this is the entrance.
If you want to go to any Tony Robbins event, I can't really be the entrance because there's a whole French distributor who's doing an amazing job. Speak to him. Maybe you come together with him as a community, and at the Tony Robbins event, we mastermind together.
Cool. Thank you.